What's going on? What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I got to talk about Meek Mill, man. Meek Mill is trending due to a lawsuit that has insinuated that he and Diddy may have had some sort of physical relationship. A former producer, we're going to get into it. A former producer of Diddy is alleging that he was harassed and that, they tried to get him to do certain things. He said that he was even assaulted by Diddy's shorty wop, a Young Miami's relative. And he's alleging that he was, groped and damn near groomed during the time that he was working on Diddy's new album. And now he's suing and he's making all these different allegations. He's talked about how he was shown a video by Diddy of a man that looked like Stevie J having relations with another man. But Stevie J said that's not him. And now a male adult film star has said that was him in the particular. It's a lot going on. And we're going to get into it, but I want to tell y'all about, Diddy and all the things that Diddy has been going on. We know the rumors about Diddy and how he gets down, how he likes to party. And now Meek Mill apparently is gotten into this. Let me say this. We don't know these celebrities. We don't know these people. We don't know what's going on with them. We've seen Meek, doing the bunny hop on the tennis court, playing tennis with Michael Rubin. We know that, interactions we've seen him have been very suspect. But Meek Mill is a guy who, when he first was out here as a rapper, I actually like Meek, but it just seems like, he's hanging around these billionaires and, maybe he is able to be more of who he really is. You take a lot of these guys out their environments and, you see what happened. He's around these rich Jewish men and, all of a sudden you're hearing these stories. But back to Diddy. We know the rumors of Diddy. I've spoken at length about what was going on between Cassie and Diddy. And we've seen Diddy do highly suspect things. I remember something. I don't know how many of y'all remember this, but there were pictures of Diddy. This was years ago. He was getting out of a car and he was zipping up his pants, right? And there was a guy that was in the passenger seat and he was, adjusting himself as if he had just done something, right? And somebody was there just snapping pictures of the whole interaction. Diddy getting out the car, he's smirking. And that's one of the times where I was like, whoa, that Diddy could be a weirdo. And he's a guy that's into certain things. We knew, again, if you study Diddy and you hear these stories, we heard about the story from, I believe Jaguar right? How Diddy was getting mouth from Christopher Williams and the singer. So these stories have been out here more so now than ever before. But now that Meek Mill has been insinuated, not only him, I believe Usher as well. We've heard rumors. We know that Usher lived with Diddy when he was a teenager, and just a lot going on there. And I got to understand that this is the industry. This is what goes on behind closed doors. These people are degenerates behind closed doors. And Diddy, being as charismatic as he is able to draw a lot of these guys in, unfortunately. And that's when he reveals who he really is. So we're going to get into this. We're going to get into what's going on with Meek. And I'm going to go here with this particular article here from Hot New Hip Hop. According to academics, the lawsuit alleges Diddy had intercourse with a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj and an R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. It appears the latest lawsuit filed against Diddy has opened the floodgates to even more bombshell allegations following the lawsuit involving producer Lil Rod, who accused Diddy of misconduct. However, academics recent speculation sparked surrounding two redacted names in the lawsuit. However, academics recently delved into the 70 plus page lawsuit against Diddy, where he discovered the allegation that Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he engaged in intercourse with rapper Redacted and R&B singer Redacted and Stevie J. So Diddy was bragging about these guys who he slept with in the industry. It was initially unclear who these two individuals were until academics scrolled the bottom of the page. The footnotes strongly suggested possibility of two superstar celebrities, Meek Mill and Usher. As academics scrolled through the document, he observed that the footnotes indicated rapper 5 stated he is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Meanwhile, just beneath it was the footnote for R&B singer 6. This reads, he performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Although it can't be confirmed, many begin connecting the dots that Meek Mill and Usher are attached to the latest lawsuit filed against Diddy. You know, I was actually watching a portion of this particular live stream when academics spoke about this, and you don't want any of this to be true, because again, Meek Mill is a guy who, you know, when he first was on the scene and making music, especially with Rick Ross, you know, I thought he was cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, he still could be a cool person. I'm not saying that he's not cool as a person, but you are who you hang around and the things that you do. And the video, especially of him at the pool with Diddy, was when Diddy was calling him daddy. I mean, it just was very weird. But Diddy's a weird guy who's got, the older Diddy gets, the weirder he's gotten. Right? Although Meek and academics have had their issues in the past, the two have since patched things up. However, academics believes that Meek Mill needs to respond to these allegations surrounding his relationship with Diddy. In fact, Act suggested Meek should crash out over these allegations entirely. You know what? Y'all know what's funny? People don't usually respond to things until I make a video. I notice every time I make a video about some news breaking, right? As soon as I post my video, there's always a response. So maybe once I post this video, we'll see a response. Yo, Meek, we were playing around with the Michael Rubin-ish. You be tweeting about everything on planet Earth. If you don't get on a Twitter rant saying you're about to get Lil Rod off, you're about to blast up his block, blow up his mama house. This N-word was saying you and Diddy was fornicating, Act stated. However, all of this should be taken as a grain of salt. Consider the fact that Stevie J was also named in the lawsuit. He and his lawyers issued a statement denying there's any truth to Lil Rod's claims. Moreover, he was later cleared by a male adult performer who claimed that he was photographed engaging in acts with another man and not the bad boy producer in the image submitted as part of the lawsuit. Thus far, Meek Mill hasn't directly addressed the allegations. However, it's clear his Instagram page is full of photos, though there's no confirmation whether it's connected to Diddy's lawsuit. I will say this: you would definitely want to hear about this and hear and understand what's going on here, because again, we don't know these people, we don't know who they are, but we do know Diddy. We do know Diddy is a guy who has a reputation for being weird. He wants to party with men, and if you don't party with him, he feels some type of way. Diddy has been a gatekeeper in hip hop for over 30 years. I would say for almost 30 years. He has been a gatekeeper in hip hop. Imagine the people that we don't know about. Imagine the people we don't know about that Diddy has, tried, right? And again, with Meek Mill, I would hope that this isn't true. But the fact that he hasn't said anything, because Meek is very vocal about everything else, and Academics is right. He's very vocal about everything else. The fact that he hasn't said anything as of now lets me know that, maybe there might be truth to it, unfortunately. Now let's get into this real quick. Kanye West's old comments about Meek Mill reemerged following the Diddy lawsuit. Last year, Diddy faced a series of damning lawsuits alleging a wide range of misconduct. While it began with accusations leveled by Cassie, the suit was settled very quickly in the following proceedings. Very few other notable names were implicated alongside Diddy. That hasn't been true of the most recent series of allegations, which has already roped in names like Stevie J, Young Miami, and Nicki Minaj. But the newest lawsuit features some more direct allegations. While Meek Mill and Usher aren't mentioned by name, it didn't take fans long to find out that they were being discussed. I think I've already read through a good bit of this. Fans pretty easily deciphered that it was talking about Meek Mill and Usher. In the wake of the revelations, some have brought up a Kanye West interview back in 2022. In this particular clip, he mentions them both. Check out what he said. Let's see.
Let's get Dage, and I put White Lives Matter on a t-shirt. And they're like, well, we can't go get, oh, you know what? Let's go get celebrities. Let's go get Puff Daddy. Let's get Dave Chappelle. Let's go get Meek Mills. What made somebody think Meek Mills could say something to me?
Lace's journey,
so this is the funniest thing of everything. Yo, man, I'm about to start crying, laughing, man. Somebody thought Meek Mills. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Meek's a gangster.
I'm not gonna get to my joke.
Meek is a gangster. Meek is a gangster, man.
Somebody said, "Oh, Meek." No, I'm literally in tears.
Your world tour or your girls tour, right?
Hold on. Oh, somebody's like, it's like Meek.
Now, y'all heard it for yourself. That's what they had to say about Meek Mill, man. See, fans might remember the clip from when it went viral just a few years ago. West goes from angry shouting to hysterically laughing across just a few minutes. He begins by calling out various rap figures that he believes were sent after him as part of some kind of contract. The rant connects to a conversation about his daughter allegedly being hidden from him. The situation wasn't resolved until Travis Scott gave him the address of where she was at. But by the end of the recording, West is laughing hysterically. He's seemingly very amused by the idea that Meek Mill was sent after him by someone. What do you think of the old audio of West? I think he knows more than what he was going to say. I think he knows more. Meek, I hope this isn't true, brother. I hope I could come back on here and say, you know what, this is all BS. But I don't know. I don't think I will, because this producer got all types of information and tea that he's put into this lawsuit, and Diddy might end up having to settle. Okay, Diddy might end up having to settle this. All of this has been made possible by Cassie. Cassie has not only ruined Diddy's musical comeback, but she's also ruined what's left of his reputation and his public image. And now other people are being dragged out of the situation. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.